Hey guys, Marcus here. This is Marching Percussion for Band Directors. In this video today, I'm going to talk a little bit about how to have a complementary sound in regards to dynamics within your ensemble. So here I have an excerpt from the Blue Coats from their 2015 program. If you haven't checked that out, it's really cool, at least in my opinion. And then I have a basic synthesizer here that I'm going to bring up now. All I have going on here, don't let all of the hubbub here sort of confuse you. I really only have one sound going on. I have it going through sort of a filter section. I'm really only going to be changing one thing in the filter section. And then I've really only sort of looked at changing one thing in within my envelopes here, and that's just the attack setting, right? So I'm going to play you the sound that I have here. I'm going to sort of back it off and show you how the sound came to me, just straight up here. So that's the sound there, and you notice it's a fairly kind of raspy, sort of tinny sound and everything. It's a basic square wave format. If I wanted something to sound a little bit smoother, I could start off with something like a sine wave, S-I-N-E, which are very good for things like chords and pads, long sustained chorale-like notes, and it's very good for bass notes. So it's kind of something a lot of people use and everything. So I just want a little bit more flexibility out of some of the colors and timbres out of my sound here. So I have this very basic sound, and all I'm going to be doing here is opening and closing my cutoff. Now, what's important about the cutoff here is that it will get rid of well, it'll do two things. It'll get rid of some of the overtone series as far as your upper harmonics. That's thing number one. And then thing number two, it'll actually smooth out the waveform. So it'll start to look more so like a sine wave when we sort of close down the cutoff. So I'm going to start with it open, and then I'm going to slowly close it down. I'm going to go back, and then I'm going to open it up past where it was. All right. Now, with that, you can tell that, yeah, there was a little bit of a difference within sound as far as decibels, but the sound got a lot smoother and a lot more sort of rounded off as I closed down the cutoff, and it started to really open up the sound and got a lot more sort of wide as I turn the cutoff up. I'm not cutting off as many frequencies. Now, this is important because when we have our sound within our wind ensemble, and we're playing at a piano sort of dynamic level, the sound characteristics are a lot different than when we're playing fortissimo plus, right? Now, exactly how different it is will depend on your specific teaching style, but there is a different characteristic, especially within the brass, of how brilliant and how sort of shiny and how much luster is on that brass sound there. So that's the sort of parameter that I'm going to try to emulate within this particular synth in order for it to complement the opening up and the brilliance of pushing that air through your horns to try to have it blend within some of the parts that's going on here. So I'm going to play this excerpt here from the Blue Coats, and I'm going to start with my filter closed here on my cutoff, and then I'm going to open it up. Hopefully I'll play it in time here. We'll see. Awesome. So now with that, I ended at this sound here, just so you can hear it by itself. And you really wouldn't think, that that sound would be something that would blend nicely within the brass sound or your full ensemble sound. But when you just look at it from a standpoint of timbre and how brilliant and how sort of big and open that sound is there, it kind of matches the quality of a little bit of hair on the fruit and everything. So hopefully that was a little bit helpful. One other thing that I would possibly consider here is to make my attack a little bit longer. So the note, when I actually push it on the key here, happens very immediately. So what I can do is I can start to push up or increase my attack time. So what's that? It's gonna sort of smooth off the note, right? Especially if I have something that's a sort of chorale like. What it'll do for me is it'll sort of emulate sort of the swelling of the note, or some people use the technique of just starting the note with air instead of with the tongue. So I'm gonna increase this and I'll show you how it sounds here. Right? So now the sound is a lot smoother. So it will give me some options as far as the kind of attack and balancing it with the specific instruments that I'm trying to play with. Hopefully that was helpful for you a little bit on complementary sounds and how to blend those things within your ensemble using the cutoff. If you have any questions for me, you can definitely hit me up. My information is in the description box below. Once again, this is Marcus Hawkins, and I'll see you guys in the next video.